Are you dating or in a relationship and have decided to live a child-free life? Telling your partner how you feel is crucial. Stick around because in this video, we are giving you 6 useful tips to consider before having the baby conversation. Hi friends, this is Veronica from the Childfree Connection. Rick is behind the scenes producing, and today he had to wait a little bit longer for me because I decided to pull out my hair, put in my celebratory pigtails as a thank you to all of you who have been subscribing and liking and commenting and reaching out to us on social media. It has really helped us validate our decision to launch this channel, and it very much motivates us to keep going. Today, we are talking about how to tell your partner you don't want to have kids. Now, I've had some serious relationships in my 20s. I got married, I got divorced, I dated a bunch again, and then I met Rick. So I've had this conversation a lot. I've done it right, not so right, it's gone well, not so well. So my goal here with this video is to help you avoid the not so well conversation. Although having children may still be an assumption for some, through our research, we have learned that it's not uncommon to opt out. I was just reading an article yesterday that said that since 1970, the number of women who choose to remain childless has doubled. This means that the choice to have or not have kids needs to be addressed, and both parties should be on the same page. Now, you may not necessarily be on the same page from the onset, but you do need to end up there. This can be a quick and easy chat if you both agree, but it can get a bit challenging when you have made the decision to be child-free, but your partner wants kids. So by the end of this video, you will have solid, helpful tips to help you navigate through these very tricky waters. But first, if you are new to this channel, welcome. The intention of the Childfree Connection is to connect with one another through our individual child-free experiences and of course have some fun. This channel is for inspiration, support, celebration, and education of living child-free. It is for like-minded people to explore the topics that matter to us most. If that sounds like a community that you want to be a part of, please take a moment to like this video, click the subscribe button, and hit the bell so that you get notified each time we release new content. Have you been in a relationship where you wanted kids but your partner didn't? How were you able to compromise, or were you even able to compromise? Let me know in the comments below. Oftentimes, whether or not a couple is going to have children can be a deal breaker, so sorting through this major life decision together can avoid assumptions, expectations, and hurt feelings. I do realize that having this conversation can feel icky and uncomfortable, so here are 6 tips to consider before tackling the baby conversation. Number 1, have clarity. Deciding whether to opt out of parenthood may be a simple gut feeling for some, but it can be a longer, complicated journey for others. If you're unclear on where you stand, you may easily be pulled into the direction of your partner's choice. It may also be helpful to have clarity on what your boundaries are. For example, you may not want to have a baby, but you may be okay with dating people who already have their own kids. So if you're going to take a stand on what your personal truth is and have this conversation, first take the time to reflect. Number 2, have the conversation early. This conversation should not be avoided, and delaying it just prolongs any anxiety that you might feel about the subject. The sooner you know where you and your partner stand on having children, the sooner you can decide if moving forward together is the best path for you both. Number 3, be honest and transparent. Don't be afraid to share your truth. Your reasons may be deeply personal, but telling your partner how you came to the decision to be child-free will shed some light on their understanding of your choice. Just a quick side note here that I wanted to add, you shouldn't feel obligated to give a long, complicated answer either. If your reasons for not having a baby are just simply lack of desire or because you never envisioned yourself to be a parent, that's okay too, and your partner should respect that. Number 4, be open to questions. Remember that this is a delicate topic, and if you haven't made any previous references to your child-free choice, this may be shocking or confusing news to your partner. Try your best to open your heart and not default to any defensiveness you may have about this topic. Create a safe space where they are comfortable to ask you any questions they may have. Number 5, listen. So you had your turn to speak your truth, allow them to have theirs. Your partner may share stories or insight that you were previously unaware of. Maybe their reason for wanting a baby will surprise you, or maybe they just never saw being child-free as an option. It's important to reciprocate the same compassion you required when you were explaining your side. Number 6, discuss the resolve. At the end of the conversation, assess where you each stand. If you are on opposite ends of the spectrum, remember that ignoring the problem will only make it worse. Ask yourselves, are you each attached to your individual convictions? Is there room for compromise, or is it completely non-negotiable? If your partner requires time to make their decision, that's perfectly okay. No one likes to feel pressured. I know I don't. But you do need to revisit the conversation on a date that feels fair for you both. So you literally need to pick a date and add it to your calendars. Remember that neither you or your partner are right or wrong in your choice to have kids. You are each just simply following the path that you feel will lead you to the most joy and fulfillment. Continue to trust in your decisions, your experiences, and the future that you envision for yourself. If you've had this conversation or are considering it, please like this video if you found these tips helpful or if any of this resonated for you. You can also log on to our website, thechildfreeconnection.com, and click on the Share Your Story tab to let us know how having this conversation has worked out for you. We thank you, we appreciate you, and we're excited to see you next week. And if you're on opposite, welcome the defensiveness.